And this is X, back once more for the Austria campaign. To be honest, it's turning into a bit of a slaughter. Let's see how far we can go. Again, love this music. Master of War DLC is awesome. So, before we get going, I'll do us another little catch up for where we are. Lets people new know what's going on and helps me remind myself where I've got to and what my aims are. So, as ever, Austrian Iron Man campaign. So this has been done without any reloading. This has just been play. Could have. Hence why I would have actually had a personal union with a Brandenburg as well, but made a mistake thinking I was losing a war I wasn't and gave it up. However, that's been paid back in spades because now I have political union with me, the major partner, with Bohemia and Castile. So I think that makes up for the pain of losing Brandenburg. And if I fire off the HRE, they become part of me anyway, so not really a problem. So we're pretty critically low on admin points at the moment, and I need to bring that back up because I am behind on tech. With that in mind, it might be worth my while evening out my... Yeah, let's even that back out for the time being. Is the +3 worth having? No, I want the national unrest removal while I take on these bits here. Is there a +3 worth having here? No. +3 there. Reinforced speed, again, not worth it at the moment. I'd rather have the discipline, because at the moment my army has a discipline rate of 113%, which is not bad. Quite happy with that. I think I'm coring some stuff at the moment. Let's just check it. So I've got one core left to kick off, which I'll be able to do soon. I'm starting to wonder about making vassals that I can then use Diplo points to annex instead. And I'm not going to do that until I've annexed these. In fact, that's a point. How long until I can annex? So that would be 1521. So 31 years before I can annex Bohemia. And Castile will be 1734, so a while to go yet. But the fact that I have personal unions means they are coming in on any war I get involved in. They have no choice, so that means that effectively, currently, if I go to war, I have my 140,000 troops. Castile, when they get back up and running, will have probably 100,000 themselves. Bohemia will have 40,000. So yeah, anybody taking me on will be facing 200,000 plus troops, which is a pretty nasty place to be, I think. I think might not be a bad idea to go after Aragon in a minute. They're in a war, so the troops are in the wrong place. I think I've got a big enough navy. Who are they allied with? Let's just check they haven't got any big allies that I need to worry about. Portugal, who I already slammed recently. And I'm sure Castile will be happy to slam again. I think when these troops come back, let's just check my unrest. You can see here how a bit of how I think. Sorry about that. Okay. So Aragon are losing that war. So why are they losing that war? Probably because it's to take somewhere they haven't yet taken, and that their troops numbers are, well, getting caved. So I think, depending on how the unrest is here, if I can cope with it, I will do a quick war to take Rome and Napoli, possibly. A little war, if you will. A warlet. Move those two to there. Those two to there. What was my unrest at? Ooh, got some unrest. Definitely got some. Bulgaria, wow, want to go. So they're about to go to war. That's a problem. Albania, 1600, nearly 2,000 years. Moldavia, they're fine. Burgundy, Ruthenia. Right, so I need to get Bulgaria back under control. To do that, I need to pull these guys down to here. That'll help me get some of it under control, so let's just hope I can hold. I may not be going to war just yet. Oh, go on then. If I can prolong that war. Oh! Well, that just dropped massively. Interesting. So 1.5 years for them, 22 years for them, 7 years for them. If I can get this under a semblance of control, I think long term I do need to take that. That'll give me a nice little bonus for holding it, because I think that's a fired ability. Triggered. Conquest of Rome. Prestige and missionaries. Yeah, I think I'll have to take that. Plus it's worth a ton. So we'll fabricate claim on Roma. That'll do. National decline. Really? It seemed pretty good. Right, I can take a hit to something. Let's take a hit to Diplo because I need the other bits. Well, actually, before I do that, let's decide what my next idea group will be. So I've got offensive and quality. Troop numbers are not going to be an issue at this point. I'm going to gain a ton of colonies if I get Castile, so I don't need to worry on that front. If I can find something that reduces core creation, that would be quite useful. Technology cost down, that would be useful. Less decay, that would be extremely useful. That would be very powerful. What's this one? Core creation cost 25% down. That could be worth it. What's the final? And an improvement to... I think I might be going admin. Okay. Yeah, I think that might be the way to go. More money. core creation cost, or a flat 5% reduction on everybody. Less war exhaustion. I think go innovative actually. On balance, I won't reduce. I can just max up my admin ideas. Yeah, I go for innovative next, I think. So I can afford to lose in Diplo, or do I go mill? It's only till 1700. Yeah, I'm going to go diplomatic for the time being, because I'm not going to get. I want to finish off my current military idea group, so let's do that. Right, so if I quickly flick off of that one, back onto that one to get it to update, check my revolt risk. 2.2 years now, so it's going to drop. What's the point? Am I also... Yep. Doing religion. That's part of what's causing my unrest. That's fine, that's all fine and dandy. I don't think I can build while that's happening. So that's fine. Now, a little thing I've been doing, every province I have that's a centre of trade, I'm making sure I'm maxing out all the trade buildings in them to really max out the bonus from them, which I appear to have done, so that's cool, don't need that anymore. Right, I can spend Diplo points on buildings, and I have 3,000 ducats saved up, so I think now would be not a bad time to spend them. And each of these upgrades will give me 7.65 ducats, so we'll go for that. How much are these costing me? 497. One there. One there. One there. Let's make another one. Let's go for Monastir. Always working towards more cash. Cash is good. Allows me to do a few very, very cheeky things, like engage with mercs that I can just throw away and hurt my opposition's manpower without actually hurting mine. So the Bulgarian nationalists are my current issue. So I'll keep working at that. Means I'm going to have to keep my troops tied down while I let the unrest tick down, but that's not such a bad thing. Actually, that's a point. I haven't checked to make sure everybody loves me at the moment in the HRE, and the answer is most of them do, so that's fine. Now, unfortunately, my authority is going down by 0.1 of a point, or by 1 every 10 months at the moment, because I've got this personal union with Bohemia. Unfortunately, that's going to be a constant, so that hurts a little bit. But what I'm doing to offset that is not joining these to the HRE to keep them as a bank. So if I have a major war against an aggressor, win it and get 30, then I might have enough here to bump it up further to get to the 50 to enforce to enact something, but we'll see.